All right, so we wanted to do a quick like 30-minute training over TikTok tonight. I think that it's super important that we all understand that like with what we do, social media is always changing and we have to be willing to like grow and adapt with it. And TikTok is totally becoming something that's like up and coming. People are mass enrolling distributors off of it, mass enrolling customers off of it. TikTok really doesn't have much of an algorithm yet, so it makes it so much different from Instagram or Facebook, because it's so much easier for you to get your content out there and to be seen and to be heard. So we wanted to make sure that everyone's kind of like understanding TikTok. We're just going to do tips and stuff like that for 30 minutes. I'm going to go over tips of like how to grow your following on TikTok. And then we're also going to go over how to stay compliant with your business posting. And then if you guys have some questions that come up along the way, just go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll go over it as well. Okay, so I wanted to start. I was watching videos today on, like, I understand TikTok, but I was watching videos today so I can kind of like reiterate some things back to you guys. And it kind of just like, I want to point out, I think it's so important that when, for if you're like, wow, I want to get better at TikTok, or wow, I want to get better at signing distributors, or wow, I want to get better at, anything that you really want to get better at in your business, it's so important that you go out there and you find the videos because you can learn anything off of TikTok. Like, yes, we have our power hours and yes, we have our weekly training and things like that, but it's so important that you also realize that like there's so much available to you. So letting yourself like be stuck in a place of like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't understand signing customers, I don't understand this or that, like don't let yourself sit there. Like go out and find all the information because it's out there and it's all at your fingertips. Okay, so I was looking up ways to grow your following on TikTok. And somebody had asked the other day, like, do I need to be following a bunch of people on TikTok to get followers? And on TikTok, you don't have to do that. I think I follow maybe 50 at most. And honestly, 99% of the people that I follow is either someone off of like my team or my downline, or that's like in It Works, or I follow a lot of cops lately, like a lot of hot cops. I don't know why I do that, but I just follow a bunch of cops. I probably follow more hot cops than I do distributors right now. Okay, it's weird. Chelsea, you're like, yeah, me too. Dude, there's so many of them. Anyways, so you don't have to be following. It's not like Instagram where we're like, okay, go follow a bunch of people to get followers, or it's not like Facebook where we're like, hey, you need to be adding a bunch of friends. You don't have to do that with TikTok, and it's freaking amazing, and I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over tips on how to grow your following on TikTok. Number one, profile photo. You need to have a good photo. You don't want to be doing something that has a Snapchat filter on it or something that's not you. Like you want to have a bright, crisp, like cute selfie of you, like something that stands out, because people actually really do. I don't know if you guys care, but when I'm going down TikTok and I'm watching videos, if I decide to follow someone, I kind of go off of what their profile picture looks like too. Like I'm kind of picky about that. So think about how like when you're looking at that, you're like, I don't know if I want to follow them. People are going to do the same thing with you. So make sure that you have a good profile picture, okay? Next thing is your bio. You want to make it interesting. You want to put up a bio. Mine, for example, let me read what mine has. Mine really kind of just like goes with what they're gonna see on my page. So it says work from home mom, like WHF or WFH, mother, traveler, hiker. And if you go to my TikTok right now, I only have 10 videos, but 90% of them are hiking videos, and that's going to be like my niche is going to be hiking, and we'll get into that in a little bit as well. But you want to have a good bio. I have my milkshake link on there for like my influencer application. I don't know what number of followers you have to be able to do that. I know that that's not like a typical thing. So mine has my influencer application, and then it just kind of has something about like mother, traveler, hiker, and that's basically what they're going to expect from my page. So you want to make sure that you have a good, interesting bio, a good profile picture, because what people see right away is what they're going to care about most on whether they follow you or not. Then you want to pick a niche. Do you know what a niche is? Is there anyone on here that's like, what is a niche or a niche? If you're like, I'm not reading it right, but like, what is it? Put it in the chat. I saw Chelsea say, like, she raised her hand, but is there anyone else who's like, I don't know what a niche is? What is it? Okay, so there's a few people who don't know what it is. A niche is basically like how you brand yourself. It's like the content that you're consistently going to be putting out. Like when people think of you, like what do they think of? Like when they think of me, like if you go to my Instagram, you're going to see a lot of hiking. Like I do a lot of hiking. So my niche would be hiking. My niche also could be mother, like it doesn't have to just be one thing. For Instagram, I feel like it's more of like a few different pillars of it, but a niche is basically content that it's a category. Thank you for the word category. It's a category and that's basically your thing. So for example, a niche could be hiking, but that's if you do a lot of hiking. That's not if you go on a hike once a month or once every 6 months, or like only in the summertime and you post it like once every 6 months. That's not your niche. Let's say that you're someone who loves DIY and you're like constantly building stuff, or you're constantly making things. That could be your niche if you're consistently putting out things that are like DIY, like content related that people know that they can find on your page. Can you give me some more examples? I can't think on the spot right now. Lifestyle and motherhood could be a niche. If they go to your, lifestyle bloggers on Instagram, that's a niche right there. Another one could be, I'm trying to think, why can I not? I should have had jokes. Oh, makeup, fashion, cooking. Yeah. So Haley loves, fashion, and so that's one that you'll find when you go to her page. Like she started getting into like to know it and Poshmark. You can tell I'm not into fashion because I'm like, what are these things? But that is like her niche. So girls who are also into fashion, they're gonna want to follow Haley because they know that they're consistently going to see that on her profile. Can you now think of like an Instagram that you might follow, or maybe a TikTok that you might follow that you're like, oh, I follow this page because I love that they post about cooking, or I love that they post about hikes, or I love that they post about, she's such an amazing mom and she's always giving all these like lifestyle hacks and these motherhood things. Like a niche is basically one category that you really kind of like start to become known for, and your followers know that they're going to see that from your page consistently. That doesn't mean that's the very only thing that you talk about, but it's consistently showing up in your feed. Okay. So you want to find a niche, and I don't want you to be like, ooh, before I get started on this, I have to perfect my niche. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Don't feel like that. Just get started and start to find the things that you enjoy. Like, go on TikTok, start recreating videos, find the videos that you love to see the most, and find the videos that you love to recreate the most. And it will kind of like naturally come out in that. Okay. Thrifting, couponing, that's another one. Haley and I were talking earlier about, there's this chick that I follow. She works at Target in the makeup section, and I followed her because she had this video that was like, hey, I'm going to give you all the good finds for like the cheap makeup. Like if you want to buy cheap makeup at Target, this is exactly what you need to buy. And she's like walking around the makeup section, just showing off, like what it is and what it does and why she loves it. And I love that video just because it's like makeup tips. So even if you're into makeup, that could be your niche on TikTok, is, doing videos of makeup, or doing your makeup while making funny videos, and like doing the voice recordings. I've seen a lot of girls who do their makeup while doing the voice recordings, and they're just freaking hilarious videos. Like I love them. They're my favorite. So kind of like find something that you love, but I don't want you again to feel like you have to perfect something now. I think that if you're like, I don't really know what I want to do so far with my TikTok, like kind of just play around with it and you'll grow into that as you go. Okay. But the thing is that we want you to get started now. No matter what it is. So the next is be creative and have fun, like I just said. Next, number 6 is challenges or participating in challenges. Have you guys seen the one that's going around right now where people have a drink on a ball and then they drop the ball, and the ball, like they either pick it up or the ball smacks in the face or whatever? Okay, so that's trending right now. So many people are doing that, but the fact that there's hundreds of thousands of that video right now, every time you see a new one, you die because you don't know what's going to happen. It'll smack a friend in the face, knock somebody out, they get it right, like something happens, and you don't know because they're all like, so they're the same video, but they're different. So like doing challenges, that's a challenge I think right now. Or doing things that are trending like that. Like it's the same video over and over again, but they still are like, you can get so much traction on them and so much interest on them just by like something funny happening. So don't feel like you're like, wow, everyone's doing, a ball with the drink on the ball, and like I'm not going to do that because everyone's doing that. No, you want to do that because that's what's trending right now, and that's like what everyone's loving right now. So you want to start paying attention to what you see on TikTok that's trending, and you want to start recreating those for yourself. Another is using hashtags. So you want to use 2 to 3 hashtags for each video at least. And as you start to find your niche, start to look for what the most popular hashtags for that category is. So let's say that yours was makeup. go, you know, start finding makeup videos, find like the top 3 people that are in the makeup like niche, like section category, and kind of follow what they're doing. Do the kind of videos that they're doing, recreate them for yourself. Learn what kind of hashtags they're using, because what they're doing is going to help you with what you're doing. It's going to help you to get that like visibility from others. It's going to help you get that exposure. So you kind of just want to like piggyback off of like who, like if you decide to go with makeup and you're like, okay, I'm going to find like the 3 best like makeup ones that are on TikTok right now. And you just want to kind of like piggyback off them of like what they're doing and make it your own. And then, you know, even when you start to find your own ideas, you don't just have to copy people. Like if you're creative and you like have fun with that kind of stuff, you can make your own like very fresh content. But until then, don't be afraid to just recreate. That's basically what TikTok is people constantly recreating other people's videos, but putting their own spin on it. And it's either funny or it's interesting. So next is you don't want to turn off comments on a video, because comments on a video, there's not really like an algorithm to TikTok, but when you have comments on a video, it definitely helps to boost your video. Yeah, I'll let you talk about that in a minute, Haley, just a minute. So make sure that you're using hashtags, don't turn off the comments, and you want to use, I think that Haley was saying like duets, is that what they're called? Yeah, you want to let the duets be on. When it's a business TikTok, I don't let those be on because I don't want somebody, obviously not everyone's going to be into network marketing. We all know that not everyone has the same mindset as we do. So I don't want someone like duetting some like BS that's like embarrassing or like trying to make me look like a fool. But if it's like anything that's just completely not business related, like keep that duet on, because if other people duet those, that will help you get more exposure as well and go viral. In the comments, Haley said, using popular sounds will make you go viral. We'll teach you how to use a sound if anyone, does anyone on here not know how to use a sound? But using the popular sounds to make you go viral as well, or, you know, the popular, whether it's a voiceover of somebody else's sound or music or, yeah, just popular sound. I don't know what else to say about that. Okay, so you want to post consistently. Like you don't just want to do one video a day. I've seen that some people post multiple videos in a day. Some people post every other day. I'm probably going to be posting like every day to every other day and get a feel for that. Probably, I don't know, Haley, how often do you post on yours?
This week I've been doing once a day, but I've heard that the best thing to do is 1 to 4 times a day.
See, I watched somebody say that, like, that's like the best to do is like multiple in a day. And then I saw somebody that was like, you could just post like 1 to every other day kind of a thing. But what a lot of us like, let the Diamond Plus on our team, what we've been doing is you pick a day and you make a bunch of videos at once. So you're not sitting there every single day stressing about like, oh my God, I didn't get a TikTok video up. Like I still need to make it. I don't know what kind of content I want to use. Like pick a day. For me, like you guys, you know how I sent in our team chat the other day where I set up all my business posting for the week on my notes section of my phone. Pick a day. For me, that's going to be Sunday. I'm going to be setting up my business posting, my product posting in my phone for the captions. And then I'm going to be making like 5 to 6 TikToks. And then you don't have to post them right then and there. You can save them or draft them. And then you can post them when you want to as you go throughout the week. So then you've already got the content made, and that's not a stressor for you every single day. You make them all at like one time, and then you've got that quick content there and ready for you. So I suggest finding a day that you know is more of like a downtime kind of day for you, and then starting to just make, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos at a time, and then just saving them. But I would make sure that you're like changing the background of what's going on in your video, so you're not just in the same spot. And then also change your outfit so it's not obvious that you just did all 5 videos from your week at the same exact moment. So just kind of like be cautious of that. So another thing is linking or posting your TikToks on your Instagram and your Facebook, like on your stories, not just on your actual page, but put them onto your Instagram stories, and then your Instagram stories should be linked over to your Facebook stories, because that's giving you like cross exposure, where then now your Instagram followers will be like, oh, I want to go follow Haley on my on TikTok. Like that's so cool. I didn't even know she had a TikTok. So make sure that when you're putting up your videos, share them on your story, because it's going to help you to get more followers as well. Yeah, that's basically all I found for help with like growing your TikTok following. Like I said, I don't want you to stress about what is my niche. I need to have this like perfect like category of my TikTok. Everything needs to be perfect. I don't want you to feel that way. I just want you to start now and then find what you love to do on your TikTok. So for me, I have 10 videos, like I said, and my videos are hiking, and I didn't even understand TikTok when I did them. I went from like, I have 14.9K followers right now, like 14,000 followers right now. And that's literally just because the kind of like hiking videos I was posting were like really interesting. I didn't even know how TikTok worked or that it would like take off, but they did. And so that's something that I'm going to run with. But all of those people who followed me, they followed me because they're like, whoa, she has really cool hiking videos. So if I stopped doing hiking videos, I'd probably lose a lot of those followers, right? Like if I completely changed and like did something else instead of like no more hiking videos, I'm probably going to lose a lot of the followers who are interested in the hiking videos. So when you find your niche and you find what's working for you and you find what like you have the most fun making for the content that you're putting out, stick with it, because that's what's going to attract those people who want to see those kind of things consistently on their feed as well. But okay, so I'm going to let Haley go over making business posts and all the effects and all the good stuff and editing and stuff like that.
Okay, so adding on to what she just said, with like sticking with your niche, also how she was talking about trends earlier. I heard this on a YouTube video earlier about TikToks. So like if something makes you go viral, it's probably because it was trending in some kind of way, like whether it was a sound Ashley used on her thing or maybe it's a hashtag she used or something like that. It's like there's not much of an algorithm on TikTok right now, and it's like super quick to grow on TikTok, but like you have to be evolving with the trends, just like we have to constantly be changing what we do in our business and in life and everything. So you got to keep up with the trends. And so like she said, when you bounce the ball with the like beer on top of it or something, like that's trending right now, but like next week it's not going to be. So like you can't just make those videos bouncing that ball every single week for the next year, and it's not going to keep you growing. You've got to keep on with the trends. And so when I filmed my TikToks, I think I did them last Monday. I literally sat in my closet during nap time for, I think it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I filmed like, I don't know if it ended up being like 20 or 21. I think I ended up filming that day. And the only ones that took me a minute were the business ones. And then like the rest of them took me like 5 to 10 minutes. And how I chose my content was literally like, to pick my business content, and I'll kind of go over like who to follow and stuff in a second too. To pick business videos, I went to like other top leaders whose videos do have more traction, and I looked at the videos that they did. I found one that I liked, and then I literally copied them. But other than that, just creating normal content, like she said, like if you look at your For You page right now, if you're already on TikTok, like if you scroll and look at videos right now, TikTok has a feel for what you like just based on what you like and like what you comment and stuff like that. So your For You page is based on things that you like to see. So it's really easy to make content by just scrolling down your For You page and finding videos that are super easy to recreate, copy them. Literally, like you see the video, click use sound at the bottom, and then recreate the video and then post it or save it to your drafts, like she said, and use it for later. So that's literally how I did it in 1.5 hours or well, whatever it was. I made 20 videos I think I made 3 or 4 business TikToks, and then the rest were just like random stuff. I don't know if I was gonna say anything else about that, but okay, so I wanted to share like, okay, it says only hosts can share in this meeting. I want to share like the effects and like stuff like that, and like how we edit videos. And so I'll show you that in a second.
Okay, you're the host now.
Okay. I've never done this before, so let's figure it out. Okay, can you see? Can you see? I can't see you now.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Guys,
okay.
separate blankets is normal.
Like,
and to all the people who are like,
If she blew through the door like TNT, put her hand
click. Yeah.
Okay, good.
on her hip, pointed her finger at me.
Profile there.
Okay, yeah. So like
can hear you.
when you wanna create something, sorry, I can't hear it at all, so I didn't know if y'all could or not. When you want to recreate, you click the thing at the bottom, the sound, and then it'll say use a sound. You click that. Oh, that's ugly. And then you recreate the video. Okay. So you can click right here at the bottom where it says 60 seconds to make your video longer. This sound shoots up to 53 seconds. You see that at the top. So the specific sound, you can create the video to be 53 seconds with the sound on it, and you can go to the 60 seconds, but like the end won't have the song. Okay, or you can do a 15-second video. And then, so timer, this is how we do on the right side. Timer is how you will start your, like all of your TikToks. You click timer.
Yeah, she blew through the door like.
And then you do start countdown. You can do a countdown for 3 seconds or 10
Yeah, she
seconds.
blew.
And then that way you're not like all up on the camera, like pressing the play button, like when it starts recording. And then also with the timer, you can adjust the length of the video so that you can add at the end the green screen with the IDS. So this is how you do it. So I normally do it at 14 seconds or like 14.5 seconds. This is as long as the IDS is at the end. And on there, like it's okay, I think. And so to add the IDS at the end, you'll click effects down here at the bottom on the left. And then this second row, it's got the picture. Click that for green screen, and then your photos pop up. Let's see. Crap. Favorites, and then my IDS is right here. Okay, so when you're putting the IDS on it, you literally just click the record button for a couple seconds, and then it's on there. And then, I hope is this making sense so far, Ashley? Can y'all like see what I'm actually clicking?
Yeah, but okay, so when you're doing the IDS, so you, like you said, you're gonna start it with the countdown, okay? So then like because the other day it took me like an hour and a half on one video, and I was getting so mad because I didn't realize that there was a timer on it, like a countdown that you could do. So I was like starting the video, getting into place, like doing the things, and then I was cutting that part, like the front part, like I was getting me basically into place. Like I'd stop for a minute so I knew like where I wanted to like start the video, and I'd cut off the first like 2 seconds, like a second or two, and then it wouldn't match up to the song, and I was getting so mad because it would not match up to the song or the sound that I was doing. So make sure that you're using that 3-second timer, because then you won't try to cut the video from like when you're like adjusting into place, and then it's not going to mess up your sound with your movement. So always do this 3-second timer for it. Record your video. It's going to automatically, like I know that she didn't go the full 14 seconds for us right now, but it's going to automatically, like as you're doing your video through the 14 seconds, it's going to stop you no matter what. Like your video could be like 10 seconds long of like what you're doing, you know, like with the words on a business post or something. And you can stop it when you're done, and then you can kind of like cut off that little bit of clip between the 14 and the 10 if you only went to 10 seconds. But then afterwards, you want to make sure that for that last second, you do what she did with the effects, the green screen. You bring up your income disclosure statement, make sure there's nothing like how she moved over, make sure there's nothing like an actual face or something.
Yeah, you don't want to look like this.
Yeah, you don't want to screen it, like record it like that, because it'll have your face. So make sure you kind of like move out of the way, and then you hold it down for that like whole time, and it'll stop you at that last 15-second mark, and then you move on to editing the video and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so if you have questions about any of that, I don't know if y'all can really tell what I'm doing. I'm trying to explain it as I'm going, but if you have questions, put it in the chat. I can't see the chat, so just let me know if there's questions. But yeah, so you can, after you record, if you recorded it the whole time, you can adjust clips, and you can cut this. You can cut the front. So like she said, it won't line up with the sound if you cut the beginning of it. So that's why I like when I use the timer. That's so annoying. Hold on. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Just cut it at the end, and like if you forget, like she said, you can cut it at the end. But I just make sure that's how I start all of them. And then let's see, what else was I gonna say? Oh, if you want to delete a clip, like say I didn't like how I recorded the IDS, which really it's the same every time, but just say I didn't like how I recorded that. You click this button right next to the red button, the white little arrow going this way. You click that, and it says discard the last clip, and you press confirm. And
on a hip pointed.
And then I can just record it again. And then, so you click this red check mark down at the bottom if you're done recording, and then it goes to the next page to edit. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear me when I do this.
You know that you can like get out of the song, just start a video without the
Oh,
song and
yeah,
it will be
smart.
playing. I was like, why are we doing this? We're doing it the most complicated way, but that's how we work. So
Yeah.
don't use the sound. Yeah, there you go. Now you can like record the whole thing, and then we can show them the actual like editing part. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I just recorded that for a second. Okay, so filters. You can put filters on. Sometimes I don't always use filters, but sometimes I do, because using edits is just like when you like post a story on Instagram or a post on Facebook. Like the more edits you use, or if you use edits, like you'll be boosted by TikTok for using their features. So how do I get out of this crap? Okay. And then beauty, I always have beauty on, because if not, you can see everything. That kind of like blurs it. You can speed it up if you want to. Okay, I'm done recording, so I'm gonna press the check mark. And so you can do a voiceover. Yeah. If you want to change your voice, we have all these features for changing your voice. Like I said, you can adjust clip, voice effects, voiceover. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing earlier. So voiceover is like if you see people doing like, I don't know, hauls or something like that, and you like the sound. It's like they do voiceovers for YouTube videos. So like it's just a way for you to like mute what's going on and then like talk about what you're doing in the video after you record it. And so then the sounds down at the bottom, effects, text, stickers. So this is how we edit all of our business things. So for example, sounds, you can add sounds to afterwards. These are the ones that are trending, the recommended ones. So these are really good ones to use if you can, because they're popular. So that could make you go viral just for that. And then effects is again, okay, so I wanted to show y'all this. This is like filters too. So like if I wanted to do smog over the whole thing, I literally just hold down smog, and then it's going to go over that part, and then say I wanted to do the last half gold powder. Goodness. Yeah. So that'll like as long as you hold it down, it will be on that part of the video. So you can use different filter, whatever these are called, effects. And then like say there's one that I saw the other day, like old TV. Like if I was acting or something in this video, I could do that. But don't like overdo these. Like just like with anything else, it could be really tacky if you do too much stuff. So like just, I don't know, take it easy. And then there's effects down here. So that does that, or all kinds of stuff. So like you see people using these all the time in their videos. And so transition, if you're transitioning, clips, they'll do that, split time. So they're like, just play around with this. I don't use these all that often, but just play around with it and figure out how you like editing the video. So this is how we add the text to like the business things. So let's say I bought a house, and then let's say I don't know, I bought a car. I'm just doing random things. And then let's just say I don't know, I had a kid. Okay. So say I wanted to time these and put these around my video. So like say I wanted this one right here, I want this one right here. You can see in this on the side where these little things are, so you don't ever want to put them right here because they'll be hidden. Yeah.
Can you turn off that voiceover? You just, I don't know if you can hear it, but you keep saying like every time.
Hold on, I don't know how to do that.
Go. Just turn off all the sound.
Did that work?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I didn't hear any of that, sorry. So if it's over here under any of these, you won't be able to read the words. The same if it's like right here, you won't be able to read the words behind your caption. So I try to put them like up here in this corner, like right here, this right here in between, like right above that. And then this needs to be above the caption. Okay, and then you can set the duration. So how you set the duration, like I'm going to set the duration for this I bought a house. You hold it down, and then it says set duration or edit. If you want to edit it, that's just like to change what it says. And then set duration. So this is how you do it. You move these red lines to where you want it to be in the video. And then you can press this play button and it'll show you what it looks like when we play it. So see how it disappears and it pops up. It's not at the beginning, but it pops up during the video. And then you click the check mark at the bottom and then like I bought a car. Let's do that one next. You can see when that second one disappears or that first one disappears. So that first one disappeared. So I can set this one here, okay? You can play it here to see if it's where you want it. There we go, click check mark. Okay, let's do that. I had a kid. So let's see, that one disappeared. That one disappeared. Okay, so does that make sense for that? And then I don't think stickers really, I mean, you can use them. I saw somebody used the Instagram sticker the other day. If you want people to follow you on Instagram, like you could put that there and then you could put like your handle under it if you wanted to, but like don't make it tacky. And then you can delete things by going up there. And then next. So this is what Ashley was talking about. So like allow comments. You want to keep this on. You want your things to be public. And then allowing duets, as long as it's not a business TikTok, you definitely want to allow the duets because that will allow people essentially to share your video. And if they like, if it's a funny video, for example, they share that duet and other people are going to think it's funny. So they're going to go to your page and follow you and like it and comment and all that stuff. And so down here at the bottom, automatically share to, like you can share to Instagram stories or Snapchat. I sometimes share them to my Instagram stories if it's a funny video. I don't share all of mine, but if it's like, if I think it's really funny and it's going to get people from my Instagram to my TikTok, I'll share it to my Instagram story so that they see it and they're like, oh, I didn't even know she had a TikTok, and they'll go follow me. I forgot hashtag. So here's hashtag. Here's where you find the popular hashtags. Maybe it's Maybelline has 185 million views. And then like Green Screen Sky has 112 million views. And Little Bit Fancy has 834 million views. So like these first four are the ones that are trending right now. And then these are ones that I've already used before, but I normally don't even use these anymore because they're not trending anymore. So I pick these hashtags, or if it's something specific, like yesterday I did a TikTok of Stephanie Tanner from Full House. So like I hashtag Stephanie Tanner challenge or Full House challenge or whatever. And I literally had a couple people followed me because the reason I know it was from those hashtags was because I looked at their page and they had Full House stuff on their own page. And then of course, if you want to tag friends, you can do that. And then, so say I don't want to post this right now, down at the bottom, you click drafts. And so I have all of my drafts here. I have a ton that I can post later if I want to. I save bloopers sometimes because people like seeing bloopers. I think that's it. Is there anything else I was talking about earlier, Ashley?
No, I think that's good. Does anyone else, like, is there anything does that make sense to you guys of like understanding, how to put the words on it, how to like do all the little effects, how to make sure that you've got the income disclosure on there? It's really simple. Literally, you do it once and then you're like, wow, I understand this and I know it. The only other thing that I want to like kind of go off of like all of that is I know that on the Google form and just in our chat, people have been saying that they don't know what to do for business posting. They're like, how do you come up with the content for, like, how do I know what to say for a business post? How do you come up with an idea for a business post? Literally, what I want you to start doing right now is I want you, and Haley has a lot that she follows, so she can tell you those and then we'll put them in the team chat as well. But I want you to follow me, Haley, Katie, Brittany. Brittany's not in our upline, but Brittany still has amazing TikToks. Brittany, any Diamond Plus, like Diamond Plus has been like working on this for a while and like getting their TikToks going. So I feel like a lot of our Diamond Plus on our team, just like on our entire team with Katie, any of the Diamond Plus are going to be good to follow. And then we'll also get some people from that aren't on our team that are big leaders, and doing TikTok onto Carrie Young, Jocelyn Yates. Yep, those are good ones. Morgan Martin. We'll put those in the team chat, but go on their pages and go find a video that they've done for the business. And if you like it and if you're like, ooh, I could do this one again, do that video. Like, use the sound that they're using. If you want to change up the background or like what's actually happening in the video, you can. But if it's one where, like for example, this one where I'm like pointing at all the words, like I think you guys saw that one. It's literally just like that. If it's like that, like I saw another video and I just did that one, like I'm just going to stand there and do the same thing basically, but I changed the things that are on it to match me, like becoming a mom. At the chick who we got it from, she's not even a mom. So like I put becoming a mom at 19, being broken on all state assistance, like kind of like when you're writing your business post and you're talking about before it works, this is what my life was like. You're making little sentences of that, of like, what was life like before? And then you're going to talk about either where you're going or what you've accomplished already, but they don't always have to be before and after. They don't always have to be like that for the business. You can find others that talk about working from home in different ways. There's so many different ways that you can do it, but until you start to like, something comes to mind that you think of on your own, just follow other leaders and just kind of like be like, wow, I like the way that they did this one. So I'm going to recreate that. And then I'm going to do it myself, but about me. So just know that that's a good way to go. It's kind of like copying the right cats and like whoever else is doing good TikToks and being successful, and then doing it for yourself, but like putting your own twist on it or putting your own words that like resonate with who you are. And obviously your story's different from them. Does that make sense? Like your TikToks don't have to be perfect. So don't feel like you have to find the perfect business post or find the perfect like post to do. The less perfect that you are honestly on TikTok, like the better. So if
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Something else I was gonna say is if you are not ready to make a TikTok, like say I was on TikTok right now and I was scrolling to think of content for tomorrow maybe, and obviously I don't don't think that you always have to like have your makeup and hair done or everything, because people go viral looking like this. But most of the time when I do record, obviously I want to look presentable. So say I'm not ready to record a TikTok right now, but I really like somebody's business post that I see right now. If you hold down the video, I believe, hold on, let me double check I'm saying this right. Yeah, if you hold down the video, it will give you the option to save to favorites, which is not the same as liking it. Or you can save the video. So like Jocelyn Yates, a lot of hers, I don't know if they put her name in the chat or not, but a lot of hers I like. They're really cute. She doesn't do too much business posting, but when she does them, they're cute. And so I will hold it down and normally I'll save her video. So next time when I want to go, it'll save to your camera roll. So when I want to go make business TikToks, I'll go to my camera roll and my videos, and I have some TikToks saved that I want to recreate. Or you can go to your favorites. And like I said, it's different than likes, because your likes, you probably liked a ton of videos and you don't want to go through all those. But favorites, I literally only favorite things if I want to recreate them. So I know if I go to my favorites, it's just content that I can recreate.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay, yeah, like Christina said, so the one that I showed about like the pointing to the words and stuff, she said that's a very popular one with the words and pointing. That's very popular right now, but that got me 4 influencer applications filled out in the past 24 hours. So even though it's popular, when you do it, there's so many people in the world that somebody new is going to find yours. They're going to love it. And then they're going to fill out your influencer application, which goes to the last thing that I want to say really is, I know we went just a little bit over 30 minutes, is make sure that you link your Instagram to your TikTok, so then that's easy for them to click. Because what you want to do when you're making your business TikToks is you want to direct them to your Instagram bio. Like it just says, fill out the application in my Instagram bio. And so they know that, like, okay, how am I going to find her Instagram bio? Obviously, if I go to her page, maybe she's going to have her Instagram link. Most people that are on TikTok know that you can link other websites to it. Like everyone's got their Instagram link to it. So they already know that. And then they're going to go to your page. They're going to click on your Instagram link. It's going to bring them into Instagram. And then boom, there's your influencer application right there. They're going to be able to go to that, read about what you're doing. If you did the milkshake way that we did the last week when we did that training, they're going to get to your influencer application, boom, and then you've got it. And then now you're also leading people to your Instagram, which is going to get them to follow you from TikTok over to Instagram as well. So they're going to be able to see you. So even if they don't sign right then and there, they're still going to be watching you and seeing what you're doing and seeing your other content that's not just on TikTok. So it's so important that you link those together. And when you're doing your business ones, you're directing them. You're telling them where to go. You're telling them to go to your Instagram bio and fill out your application. Does that make sense? And does anyone else have any questions before we hop off this?